Hey guys, Josh from Vertical Drum Co. here. Just wanted to show you how I adjust a trick throw. I put a video out before that showed it with the batter head side up. This is the way I would do it with the reso side up. So it's a little bit different here. Basically you get the same result. First thing, toss your wires onto the snare, put your either nylon string through or your plastic ribbons or gross grain ribbon, however you're gonna do it. Then from there, I'm going to feed those through on the butt side and we're gonna get it finger tight. I don't care if it's perfectly lined up yet, I just kinda want it sort of close. Once we have that finger tight and fairly lined up, we're gonna switch over to the throw side or the strainer side, however you wanna call it, doesn't really matter. On the strainer side, I'm just going to put the nylon string under this little clamp. Again, finger tight. So there's a couple mistakes that I see quite a few people making when they're messing with snare wires, with the trick throw especially, because it's a little more complicated to get it dialed in. The first thing is that when people are tightening this, sometimes it's not engaged. So you want to make sure that it is engaged or that it's on that second position. That's kind of where I like it. The other thing is that they'll already have the tensioning bolt tight, and that doesn't give you any room to change it once you have everything adjusted on there. So I actually put this almost as loose as possible. In the other video I showed, I said if you go too loose, it'll actually come out. You can see, not a big deal. If it does, you're just gonna take that back here, re-thread it, and just tighten it up. It's super easy, don't stress that part of it. But you want this very loose. I'm gonna go make sure it's engaged. If you're not sure which way is engaged, you can hold this up and see right in here, that's gonna pull it up. And if you think about the drum being the opposite way, we want the snares up, that's engaged. Down is gonna be off, and it's just loose. So, engaged. I'm then going to finger tighten and pull here to try and get both sides to get adjusted so it's perfectly centered. Once that is, you also want to make sure this isn't down when you're doing that. You want this to be up as much as possible. Once you have it centered and you've pulled it finger tight, you're going to tighten the butt plate side with a drum key. That means that side can't go anywhere. And then you can make sure this side's good. You can either do this in the second position and not do it super tight, or you can do it all the way engaged. Either way, you'll kind of get a feel for it. But you're gonna pull on this, get that as tight as possible, and make sure this is all the way up. You don't want it down as you pull it and tighten it. You want it all the way up. Make sure that's up there. And then what I do is I actually just kind of hold it like this as I tighten it with the drum key. Makes it a little bit easier. These are new snare wires, new nylon ribbons. Of course, you can cut them, make sure they're nylon. Then you can burn it. If it's something else, don't recommend this. It's nylon, it's just gonna kind of seal the end of those. Piece of cake. Same thing over here. And then once you have it all done, that means you should have pretty good tension on it, maybe a little bit loose. Tighten that up and you're set. Real easy.